We've just looked at a cross Ashi position. Well, one of the other things that happens in cross Ashi sometimes is we lose the knee line. When we end up losing the knee line of the primary leg, we kind of get into this bear trap position. And then we can look at using this to sweep. If he gets his knee down to the mat, you normally see this in some other positions where we can look at coming up, attacking some sweeps, hitting a calf crusher and everything else. Well, the other nice thing about this, bringing it all the way back in, maybe we started in this cross Ashi position and you're practicing this with a couple of people like, man, I'm losing the knee line here. Not the biggest deal in the world, and I'm about to show you why. So we started in a similar position. He's grip fighting me. I'm going foot to foot, extend my upper body, and I clear this over. I get this through. As I start to get this through, maybe I went to go to just foot to foot, and Brandon's like, I'm going to clear my knee line. So that way you can't heel hook me or everything else, because now all of his weight has to rotate to the right. Rotate to the right, so pull this knee. Good. So now, when I feel that happening, what I immediately do again is I can start to go foot to foot or lock that triangle on this leg. So when that happens, I can still have my rear naked choke grip, I can have my gun choke grip, but I can't lose this. If I lose this, I lose everything. So when we're here, and I pass this through, and he feels that I'm about to do the George Samuelson lock, he goes, I have to start rotating my body away. Beautiful. So he starts doing that. Go ahead. I glue this and I lock the bear trap immediately. So now I force him to roll that way. So I can take my right foot and hide it behind his hips and force the rotation through. So now what ends up happening is if he still tries to rotate through, where do you feel most of that pressure?
Knee.
Which knee?
My left.
Remember, what's keeping him from a point of not being able to move is my knee is now in the middle, which is forcing his hip. As much as his hip is trying to go into internal rotation, it's forcing his knee to stay to the outside. If he starts to turn belly up, just turn belly up that way again, you'll see that and I'm taking some pressure off of this, that's what's going to allow his hip to move. So if he turns and I kick him this way and he still tries to rotate through, turn belly down, his knee has nowhere to go. Well, here's the best part about that. As he continues to go with that, remember, I can pass this all the way through. Now I can collect back at the opposite leg or the primary leg. But again, am I hitting anything? If I go wrist to wrist and I hip in, where do you feel that, Brandon?
Ankle.
So now I can still go back to attacking an ankle lock, a heel hook, inverted heel hook, because even if he goes to clear this out, go ahead, pull your legs. Try to pull your legs out. He has absolutely nowhere to go because I have this position locked up. So the beautiful thing about this spot is that if you get your knee in the middle and you go to a bear trap, if he can clear that knee line, he's got a better chance of getting out. But if I get to the bear trap, and let's say this time you do clear your knee line out, that's fine. If I feel him getting that, guess what I'm gonna do? Uppercut to the sky, and now I get on this opposite leg. Get into the spot, and it's forcing that rotation back into the foot and the ankle, and almost you feel like the heel hook coming. The other side of this too, though, is that if he starts to try to peel his knees hard or pull his legs out, like bend your legs, now that's going to give me the ability to hit my triangle, clear this up and say, guess what? I'm losing the George Samuelson lock, but what do we always know about the George Samuelson lock? I can use this to pass, or I can also use this to take his back. So if I feel I'm losing this, I hit my swim, move to the inside, and now I can go ahead and start to come up for a calf crusher. So as he tries to move away, I can use this to come up. I could finish a calf crusher by hugging, but I'm going to be nice to Brandon out of that. So out of that spot too is if I need to get points or I need to get to the back, or if this is an MMA fight, if I was looking for the calf crusher and he goes to still try to move away, I can take this, clear this out, pin the leg, get my hip inside, sit, and now secure a back position.